Hello and welcome. This is Train Simulator 2018 and this is the Railworks Austria Skyhook ÖBB 1014 series. Try saying that after a few glasses. Railworks Austria and Skyhook Games have teamed up and they've brought us the 1014 series. Now before we go any further, two things I'd like to point out. First of all, this is a early beta version of this product. I believe beta testing hasn't even started yet. So they've been kind enough to send me an early copy of this. So if you do see anything that you think is not quite right or out of place, please leave a comment and I will pass it on to the developers. Second thing, no, I do not know when this will be released, and no, I do not know how much it will cost. We'll just have to wait and see. All I know is that it will be released on Steam. So the reason why I've decided to split this into two videos is because this is a Pro line product. And this loco is a bit quirky. It's nice. I really enjoy driving it actually. I've been driving around for about 2 hours before starting filming, just to make sure it works, and I don't want to look like a complete fool before I start filming. So it is different, but actually I really like this. This is a quirky, interesting way to drive a locomotive, and once you get the hang of it, it's actually a lot of fun. But we'll talk about that more in the second video. So before we get started, a few words about the product itself. So it's the 1014, which is from the Austrian Federal Railways. This loco was introduced in the early 1990s and it was specifically designed to cover the new opened railway services into the Eastern European countries. This was after the fall of the Iron Curtain, of course, and all of a sudden it was possible to drive across into the newly opened Eastern European countries, and so they needed something that could do just that. So this locomotive is able to deal with the different overhead wiring systems, the different safety systems, and all the different electrification systems. So initially it was used for Eurocity and intercity trains into Hungary and the Czech Republic, just connecting east and west really, and then later on in its life it was moved on to freight services and regional train services. And that brings us neatly into the package contents. So obviously we have the 1014. I only have one livery right now, but there's going to be two liveries included in the package. I believe the second livery is almost identical to this one, the difference being that it will have the old ÖBB logo. Then we have ÖBB SGNS wagons, which we can see here, and they come loaded with containers. And there are 15 of those included. So I've put each and every one here onto the track. So as you can see, you can actually create a nice long freight train without having to use any of the wagons twice, which I think is nice. Looking at the external modeling then, I don't know about you, but I think this is a very pretty locomotive. I mean, when I first saw this, I immediately thought, ooh, this is good looking and looks very modern. So if I wouldn't know better, I would not believe that this is over 20 years old now. So the ÖBB did a really good job here with the design. It looks really timeless. And I mean, you can place this loco right next to a railjet or one of the new EMUs, and it really does not look out of place. So yeah, I really like the way this looks. So in terms of modeling, Skyhook Games of course have released a number of Austrian and German rolling stock packages over the last few months. They've all been of a very high standard, and this is no exception. I have not found any rivets or screws that were just textured on. These are all modeled. As you can see, all the details are there. The textures are nice and crisp. You can zoom right up. Here we go. You can still read everything and it's all nice and sharp. Looking at the roof, Again, all these small details here are modeled. And you know what? On the roof we have something I've never seen in Train Simulator before. A very neat feature. I'm gonna show you that in the next video, because then it's actually, that's when it happens, so to speak. But yeah, they went to a lot of effort to make this as realistic as possible. One additional comment maybe quickly. This product has been scripted by Railworks Austria, and there are further products in the pipeline where Railworks Austria and Skyhook Games are working together. For example, a Weasel double-decker carriage system and a city shuttle carriage system, all with cab cars. And all these products are designed so that they are compatible with one another, so they can all talk to each other. So if you own more than one package, you can actually mix and match, and they should all work with each other. From what I've heard, if you own the Just Trains Railjet Advanced, even that will be compatible with this. So you could use the Taurus locomotive of that package and combine it with any of these or any of the carriages from these packages, and it should all work together. And so finally we are in the cab, and I guess this is where you are going to spend most of your time. There are 3 views available, which you can choose by using the arrow keys. So there's this back panel here, which really you only need when you start up the locomotive, and then you have this view here, gives you a nice overview, and then you have this view here, which is the main view. Now the cab is very modern, very clean, it's not much clutter, and to be honest with you, everything you need to drive this locomotive is just right in front of you. So this view is just fine. You may have to look at these 2 gauges here, the ones next to the screen. The screen's powered down, by the way, so it does work. But apart from that, everything you need is right here. Now you can already see that this loco is a bit different. You may notice there's no reverser, and there's also no power lever, and there's a few extra gauges here and there. But like I said before, we're gonna go through all of that in the next video. It is different, but like I said, it's fun. I really enjoy it. So yes, that's the cab. Lots of functionality here. I might want to point out that PZB or Induci and all that is switched on by default, but you can switch that off. And yeah, that pretty much sums up this product. So there you have it, the Skyhook Games Railworks Austria 1014 series. A very good looking loco, nicely detailed, lots of different wagons included with a nice cab, and I cannot wait to show you how to drive this thing, because I'm having a blast with this one. It's really good fun. Yeah, so I hope you join me in part 2. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please pop them in the comments below. Thank you very much. Have a good one. Until next time. Bye bye.